Today we're going to talk about the 6 roadblocks. I usually come and I talk to you about the 5 roadblocks. But we're going to add another roadblock today. Yes, absolutely. So welcome, wherever you are this morning. I hope you had a great sleep. Today I kind of had a sleepy thing going on, and periodically, you just kind of something says you gotta get up, you gotta get up, you gotta get going. Well, you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. When you get going because it's your purpose, you're so inspired to get moving. You just don't want to stay stuck. You just don't want to sit there and kind of do nothing. How you doing, guys? Hi, Edwita. Oh, I'm so happy that you're here today. And when I'm going to invite you on and kind of chat with me today. How are you? Yes. And let's see if I can do this on TikTok. Like I said, when you start these things, sometimes you start these things kind of messy, because you're just learning the technologies and how to move with it. So today, I'm gonna kind of talk to y'all about. Let's see if I can invite it Winter. And when I see you here, let's see. If Winter Rule, gosh, can I tap on you and get you in here? Well, don't seem to be able to do that. Anyway, just know that I'm here for you. I'm here for everybody that's here today. Because like I say, what we want to talk about today are the 5 roadblocks. Actually, today we're going to add another one. The 5 roadblocks I usually talk to you guys about, but today we're going to have 6. And that is, the first one is fear. That ugly little thing, that false evidence appearing real that just tells you, oh, I can't, I don't have the confidence, I don't have the clarity, and I'm just scared. Okay? And then there's that thing of procrastination. That thing that you say, oh, I'm not going to do it today. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it next Monday. I'll do it next Tuesday. I'll do it next Friday. And then you know it's years and years and years and you still haven't done it. And then there's that thing of confidence. You feel like you can't start unless you have confidence in what you're doing. And let me just tell you, we all start messy. Okay? Because we really don't know what we're doing until we start something that we're doing, until we learn how to adapt to what we're doing. And that's just the process of life. It's not something that's different than any other thing we've ever experienced, such as we're a child, we learn to walk, right? But we fall a few times, and then finally we get up and we're running, and we don't even remember the fall, right? Okay, so the other thing is regrets. As seniors, we're here, 50 plus life, and all of a sudden, all the little things that were nuances that we went through, we start having regrets about we coulda, shoulda, woulda, whatever, right? But we're gonna stop that. That's kind of stinking thinking because free yourself. Write your letter of forgiveness for you and for others and move on. And it doesn't matter whose fault it was. Because the whole reason why you do the exercise of forgiveness of self is to free yourself of the burdens of regret. And so when you move yourself forward with that, and up in my website, WendiCharlesSpeaks.com, I have a letter of forgiveness that I wrote last year. And that's kind of what helped me move myself out of the plateau of procrastination or fear because I said, you know what? Let me get rid of all this baggage that I have within my soul, within my life, within my experiences, for the things I could have done, should have done. Let's just forget about that and move on. And if there's people I offended or hurt, I sincerely apologize. And not because of whose fault it was or wasn't, but because I just needed to free myself from the isms of all of that. Okay? And then the other things are just having clarity. And so when you come here today, I hope you get some clarity in some of the things that I speak about. And I've written my book called Be Splendid Every Day, which you guys see it back here, which you can get on my website on WendiCharlesSpeaks.com. So, and it helps you work through some exercises of gaining clarity, of developing your inner intelligence, of managing stress and anxiety, and embracing self-acceptance, things like that, which we all have to do in order to move ourselves forward. So we talked about, what do we talk about? Fear. We We talked about regrets. We talked about procrastination, things stopping you from starting. We talked about clarity, and let's talk about that thing of confidence. Not moving before you're confident. No, no, no. Just move and you'll gain confidence. Confidence comes as you do it. And so that's what we're going to really kind of hone into. And then that sixth thing is thinking that you're too old to start. Too old to start. So one good thing I did today that I've learned about some of these isms and things that even stop me from moving my programs forward is I was noticing that I'm on TikTok. I was on TikTok over here and Substack over there. And I've just learned now how to reposition my cameras so that my cameras don't look like I'm looking all over the place because I really don't have to look all over the place. I can centrally look here if I set up my cameras. So anyway, I'm so glad that you're here with me today. And if you are stuck, okay, let's get unstuck. Let's do this 90-day challenge of being unstuck. I want you to know that you are not alone in the struggle of starting. You are not alone in those roadblocks that keep you seeing you're stuck. Why? Because a few years ago, I was stuck too. If I didn't have my coach, Dr. Sonia Strickland, to pull me through as far as giving me ideas, example of writing a book, I never thought I'd write a book. I did. I never thought I'd be a public speaker, but I am. And because of a coach within the 90-day challenge and exercise, I was able to move up, move out. It is an honor to be here with you, to also help you move up and move out. When you were young, you think wisdom comes from books, right? Then life happens. It happens to all of us. I'm married. I've been married for 49 years now with my husband, 51 years. And I tell you, you know, the things that you think are going to happen don't even happen. The fears and regrets that you may come across, it doesn't. 95% of things that kind of happen to make you frightened don't even happen. 5% does, yes. And we discover that wisdom comes from raising children and paying bills and surviving hardships and losing loved ones and overcoming setbacks and getting back up again. That's what I've learned. You know, can I get a yes from you that that has happened to you? Have you experienced those same things? That means you have a lot inside of you to give back, to learn. The truth is, every person in this room has a story. You have stories of victories. You have stories of challenges. You have stories of resilience, just like me. And the world needs to hear your story. You have so much inside of you. Don't feel like you're too old to start. You have stories of resilience. But sometimes, even with all the wisdom, you find yourselves still stuck. Don't know why, but it happens to all of us. And we need a coach many times to help us expeditiously move out of it. I know that I have another 30 years left. Why? Because more and more and more of us are living to 100. My mother's 95. And you can move forward, not because you're too old, because you're never too old to start, but because invisible roadblocks get in your way. That's the only reason why you don't start. Today, like I said, we're going to identify the 6 roadblocks and learn how to move yourself past them. By the end of this time together, I want you to leave knowing that this 90-day challenge can change who you are from where you are today to where you want to be your future self, just in something as simple as 90 days with a few exercises to move you from wanting to begin to beginning and looking at your new self. Your best days may not be behind you, they are right in front of you. Yes, yes, because you are living longer. We all are. As I said, there are 100 and plus thousand centennials in America. There are 95 plus thousand in Asia. And I don't know what it is all over the world. But that just tells you more and more of us are living to 100 years old. And you always say, well, the procrastination says, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. But you don't. And of course, you can. As I tell people, think of the compounding series. Stop with procrastination and just work on yourself 10 minutes a day. 10 minutes of an exercise of what you want to do, not what you have to do. And don't allow fear, because most of us allow fear, false evidence appearing real, to stop us from moving. We either fear the success of it or we feel like we're going to fail even when we don't even try. Yes, yes, please put it in the chat. Have you experienced that? Are you afraid of failing? Are you afraid of looking foolish? Are you afraid of change? Well, stop it. Never be afraid of these things that just help you grow and go in your life. Yes, I once met a woman who talked about writing a book for about 15 years. In fact, I have a friend that wrote a book 8 years ago and still struggling to pull it out. And I said, sometimes you just got to do some different type of strategies in moving forward. And you need someone who's been on the journey prior to you who can expeditiously get you through. But I said to the person who said, I wanted to write a book 15 years ago, I said, well, then start today. Not tomorrow. Stop putting it off. Stop saying what you would have done and start doing something to get you there. What if your story is exactly what someone needs? I said to her. Just like my story. I know that my story helped individuals come to tears with themselves and their lives and facing their isms. Yes, sometimes just starting and getting, you know, pricking ourselves and moving ourselves forward, is painful. But when we look and polish that inner mirror, we see the beauty and the lessons. And so I say, go ahead and publish that book. Yes, yes. You know what? Colonel Sanders started at age 65. He didn't really perfect his whole process until in his 70s. Yes, turn to someone next to you and tell them one thing that you've put off and tell them, ask them, why are they putting it off? Come together as a team, as a community. Join my community here on Substack. Go up to Wendi Charles Speaks and join our community, because there's a community out here of individuals with like-minded that just want to develop the momentum of growing and going together, because when a village comes together to do things, oh my goodness, what a wonderful thing that happens. And the momentum that changes your life in being involved with a proactive group of positivity, optimism, and embracing those opportunities. So let's talk about something that we don't discuss enough. And like I say, it's about those regrets. Many seniors carry regrets. Maybe it's the career choice. Maybe it's the broken relationships. Maybe it's the dream that never happened. I don't know. It may be a chance that you didn't take on yourself, that you regret that you should have, but it doesn't matter. What matters is where you are today and where do you want to move to? What self would you like to see in the next 90 days? I heard someone say regret is interest paid on a debt to the past. What? Think about that. Regret is an interest paid on the debt to the past. You cannot rewrite yesterday, guys. We can't rewrite that story. But what we can do is rewrite our story moving forward. Yes, yes, we can. Does that make sense? Please put that in the chat. Are you ready to rewrite your story for tomorrow? Imagine carrying a suitcase full of rocks that are holding you down. Each rock represents regrets. Eventually, that suitcase has become too heavy and you can't move forward. So that's why I'm telling you, let those things go. Yes, the question doesn't become whether you can, the request whether you cannot do a thing. The question is, what can you do to get you to move forward in your life? I'm going to give you a suggestion. Do I have your permission? Do I have your permission to be honest with you? It starts with forgiveness. Forgiveness is not saying what happened was okay. Forgiveness is deciding that your future matters more than your past. And you give yourself a prayer and you write that letter of forgiveness of yourself and others. And you say, today I'm going to put a stake in the sand and I'm going to move myself forward. And yes, what would happen if today you gave yourself permission to let go even one regret? I tell you, when I did that, it was so freeing. That was what the beauty of writing that letter was. That was what just the revelation is that I could free myself. And you know what? I never even thought I could. And that's why I'm encouraging you to walk the path that I walked and allowing myself to develop and move myself into this future purpose of my future purpose, which is speaking to you today, which is writing my book today, which is eliminating my fears. I want you to say to yourself, stop saying, don't try. Stop saying, don't speak up. Stop saying, don't risk it. Stop saying, fear what's safe. Growth and courage. You need that to move forward. Embrace yourself. Love yourself. This self that you have been on this planet with for the last 50 plus years is a beautiful, beautiful vessel that has all of what you need inside to go and grow. You just didn't know that. So you're here today because you're struggling with those things. You're not here just because there's no mistakes in the universe. You're here because you're struggling with something and you want to move yourself through. Jamie, you want to move yourself through. Pinky, you want to move through each day and you need a community to do that. And this is one for you. Today, technology can help you with having virtual assistants. So there's no excuse of lifelines to pull you through. The coaching program that I have, 90 day challenge, join it. Engage yourself. Engage yourself with your phone, with Chat GPT, with Perplexity, with Gemini, with Claude. Go up to uh, my school, Seniors Embracing AI. These are all things that you can use now to help you go and grow. What would you do if fear wasn't making decisions for you? What would you do if you could release the regrets? What would you be? Well, that's what I'm telling you. This program I have for within the 90-day challenge will get you past that struggle that you have with yourself. Yes, it will. It has. My students are telling me that Wendy, when I got this book and I went through some of these exercises, man, it it, it made the raw. It scraped a nerve. Yes, it did. And it helped me become a better me because of the words that you had. It helped me gain the confidence of self, realizing that I had all the prep inside of me. I didn't even think that I had all that I needed to move forward. I just needed the guidelines of what to do to step on out and become my best self. Yes, you know, because society, unfortunately, constantly only celebrates youth, right? It seems like youth is always celebrate, but the seniors are kind of left behind. Well, guess what? You're living longer now. And so seniors, the age of the senior has wholly changed. The 50-year-old is now the 30-year-old. The 30-year-old is a 10-year-old. So listen, you're going to live longer. So let's get the tools for you to step out in your purpose. Okay? Character never goes out of style. So I want you to set up a plan, a purpose. I want you to commit to yourself today that you're going to take 10 minutes. You're going to start there. 10 minutes every day, identifying what you want to do for your purpose, what you have inside of you. Perhaps you wanted to learn how to play piano. Perhaps you wanted to write a recipe book so you can share with the world. Perhaps it was poems, etc. You are stronger than you think, and you have so much inside of you. Please, I beg you, if no one told you this, please share your gifts with the world. There's so many people that need what you have, that want to understand and hear your journey, no matter how small you think it is. You have no idea what your gifts are. Let me help you get them out to the world because the world needs you. The world needs every senior that's here. For the youth, you can inspire the youth and help the youth not have to go through the convoluted challenges that perhaps you went through because you didn't have that guiding light. You know, confidence isn't believing you will never struggle. Confidence is knowing you've overcome struggles before. And confidence is knowing that you can continue to always overcome adversities. With each adversity, there lies a greater benefit. So you have to stop how you look at an adversity as to taking it to a fearful vision. Take it as a lesson and an opportunity of learning so that you will be unstuck because you don't lack the direction, okay? You lack the purpose. And if you engage in making a decision to engage in something, you will find your purpose. You will gain your confidence. You will gain clarity just in researching what it is you want to do and how to bring it forward. Yes, if you work on things that bring you joy and you look at who can help me find my solutions, such as joining my 90-day challenge. And what legacies can you leave? Because you're here and you come into this world with nothing and you leave with nothing but your legacies as if you've worked on your purpose. In many ways, purpose becomes even more important for others, for you, and for the world. You leave these gifts. Yes, I want you to discover today, to make a commitment today, to discover, to identify your purpose. If you need my book, please use it. But I engage you to engage with me in the 90-day challenge. Don't struggle with this procrastination, this fear, these regrets anymore. Make a choice today to invest in you. It's not too late. And that sixth roadblock is that you're not too old. Whoever told you that you were too old to do something lied. They say you can't teach old dogs new tricks. Not true. If you are healthy, that's why I say your health is your wealth. You'll be talking about it. If you are healthy, you can be taught. If your body is strong, you it can work out. If your mind is clear, okay, it can take additional lessons. As long as you're breathing, purpose is inside you. As I said, Colonel Sanders was rejected over 1,000 times before building KFC. Grandma Moses didn't start painting until she was in her 70s. And as I said, people are living longer and longer. And if your doctor said you're dying tomorrow, tell him he's a liar. Because I'm telling you, here's the deal. You don't have an expiration date. So he doesn't know. People have died and returned. And now they're more inspired to live in their purpose because they had the door closed. And when the door opened up again, they went like, oh my gosh, I really got to run now because I've given another opportunity. I don't know anyone, and I know two people who have passed and returned. And I don't hear them saying, I think I want to get out of here again. I hear them saying, I want to start over. I want to do the things I could have, should have done. I want to do the. I don't know why that happened, but I can tell you this: it happened. It did happen. They're the actual proof that it happened. And so we don't need to die to know that when we kind of become resurrected, that we're now in mode of purpose and drive. Okay? So I'm saying to you, start today. Start today. Today. Start with eliminating procrastination. Start today that 10 minutes of working on you. Start today eliminating that regret. Write that letter of forgiveness. Join my 90-day challenge. Get rid of the fear of starting or the fear of failing. It's okay. Get up, put your big boy, big girl panties back on, and start all over again. Again, stop with the lack of clarity because clarity just comes with doing. So read something, study something. Know that whatever you can imagine, whatever your mind can conceive, you can achieve. Imagine yourself in 90 days from today and then a year, 90 days, because you're going to do this 90-day challenge. And in a year, you'll look back, you'll take that trip, you have started that project, you have joined that group, and you have congratulated yourself on doing things that you thought were impossible, that you were incapable of doing, that you weren't sure and confident before, but you did the 90-day challenge. And then you kept implementing things to move yourself for purpose. You pursued your dreams. And how would your life look different if you took this 90-day challenge? And how will your life look different in 1 year? The next chapter of your life has not been written yet, but you can start today. Start today. Yes, Jennifer, start today. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Are you engaged? Are you ready? Are you ready for you? Are you ready to work with you on your purpose? Are you ready to engage today on this 90-day challenge? Let me walk you through. And I believe your best chapter is still waiting to be written. And I want you to start by writing it today. Will you agree to do that? Will you agree to write your story today? What's stopping you? Join my 90-day challenge. Go up to Wendi Charles Speaks and do that. DM me for a one-on-one call. Let's get together to rewrite the story and you embrace the glory of this life, of this purpose driven life, because you have so much inside of you to share. Have you been an educator over these years? Have you been a cab driver? Have you been a storyteller, but perhaps didn't put it in writing? But have you wanted to write that poem? Have you read the things that Maya Angelou talks about? And have you risen? And do you want to rise? Yes, you can rise. And the only thing that's stopping you is you. May I be honest with you? Do I have your permission to be honest? The only reason you aren't where you want to be in your life is because you just haven't started yet. And perhaps you just haven't been in the right community to encourage you to begin. And that's the other thing that a lot of us need to learn. We need to get away from those that don't applaud us. We need to set boundaries with those that are the naysayers in our lives that don't believe in us. And yes, many times they are the very people who are in our lives every day. And that's why sometimes we have to step out into communities such as this one, communities that will embrace you, communities where I've just met you and I have more love and support for you than those around me that have been in my life most of the time and have walked the walk with me. I don't know why that happens, but I'm finding that to be so true for many of us. It's like, you come from one family, and maybe that family doesn't have all the family values of what you wanted and you thought you need. And so you've had to embrace and adopt other family members and bring them in to the fray so that you would have the type of support that you need. But that happens to all of us. Not everybody's on the same page with us, and especially as we age. It seems like a lot of times when we age, if we're youthful, we have a whole group of people running with us. But then all of a sudden, as we age, we feel like we're isolated. We feel like people just don't understand our journey. And so now it's very important to now choose your community, choose the people that you need to be in your life that inspire you, that encourage you, that have support for you, that tell you they love you, that tell you there's nothing that you can't be, there's nothing that you can't do, and that they're here for you no matter what, unconditionally. And it's spaces like this, that bring about your purpose and inspire you every day. In fact, one of the things I suggest to everyone is when they wake up in the morning, if you're stuck and struggling, I love putting on Mary J. Blige, just hearing Good Morning, Gorgeous, just putting back in my spirit. Yes, Wendy, you are gorgeous. Yes, Wendy, you are beautiful. Whether I have my makeup on or my hair or whatever, but I just wake up to the beauty of my life. And I just want you to do the same every day. I want to be the cheerleader for you, the coach for you, to get you through the next 90 days of purpose, the next 90 days of pulling yourself through, the next 90 days of showing you how to eliminate procrastination, the next 90 days how to show you how to get past the fear of starting something, in the next 90 days how to gain clarity for identifying how you move through and become the willow tree and stop being that oak tree, because oak trees break. Oak trees break and willow trees flex, and you're able to get through your day, your week, your month, and your years through flexing. And if you're 50, you got 50 more years on this planet. That's a long time. And you can't just be. I've heard seniors saying, I'm tired of motivation. I'm tired of inspiration. I just want to be. I'm saying to them, really? You just want to be? You just want to curl up in your cat with your cat, have a cup of coffee, just do nothing, watch soap operas, do things, just be. What are you gonna be? How you gonna be for 50 more years? And even if you're 70, how you gonna be for 30 more years? And even if you're 80, how you gonna be for just 20 more years? Are you kidding me? Being causes atrophy because you got to keep the movement. You got to keep the mental engagement. You've got to keep the physical engagement because when you don't, when you get stuck with that, guess what? There's atrophy that comes on. Okay? There's dimensions and things that happen. Now, we all know that there are environmental things that cause us, like our diets, like the air that we breathe, etc., that cause damage to our health. We know that. But we don't need to intentionally cause damage by doing nothing, but just being. Okay? So step out into your new self because you have so much beauty in you. I know you do, and you know you do. And if you didn't know, let me be the first one to tell you. You have so much beauty inside of you. I can't wait for your lotus flower to bloom and blossom for as beautiful as you are. I got a secret for you, and that is if you haven't and you don't know about the lotus flower, the lotus flower is a flower that comes up from the muck and mire. Ooh, and it blooms and blossoms just like what you have inside. You may think you have a messy, messy life right now, and we all start messy, and it's okay. You may think that you can't be and you can't do because of the limited thoughts, because maybe somebody didn't encourage you. But I'm here to tell you that whatever the mind can conceive, you can achieve. And take my 90-day challenge to prove it to yourself that in 90 days, you don't have to be here where you started with me. In 90 days, you can look at this new self. You can implement a plan to write that book. You can implement the plan to learn that language. You can implement a plan to teach one. You can implement a plan to start that nonprofit. You can implement that plan to learn how to read if you didn't learn how to read properly. And there are a lot of tools to support you, like my 90-day challenge. And I want to encourage all seniors, stop running away from AI. In fact, you've had AI in your life for a while. Any of you that have had Alexa, you've probably said, Alexa, play this song for me. Alexa, set up a time for me. Alexa, tell me when my medicine. Alexa, this. Alexa, that. Alexa, this. Alexa, that. If you've done it with Alexa, now you have a telephone. Use it. Take your phone, go to Chat GPT, go to Claude, say hello, program your virtual assistant. Every senior is entitled to be served. So serve yourself. Use these mechanisms to help you think, to help you gain confidence, to help you gain clarity on gaining information before you go to your PCP. Say, hey, I've had a headache today, Chat GPT, and I don't know what are the questions I need to ask my doctor. And it'll tell you. It'll tell you my Chat GPT. I call him Robert, named him after my dad. And that is, hey Robert, what questions do I need to ask my PCP so that I can go in there and be intelligent and figure out what's going on with me? Okay? Do everything that you can do possible in talking to your VA and programming it every day. So it'll come up and it'll say, hey, good morning, Wendy, how you doing? What are we going to work on? How are we going to do it today? Yes, yes, you embrace it because it helps you. It helps you get through your day, get through your life in a most productivity way. It delivers good information And the one thing that you don't do with it is you don't share your social security number, you don't share your bank account, you don't share anything that someone couldn't hack and take something away from you and hurt you. You don't do that. But other than that, use it to your advantage. Use it to help you win. When I was in my she shed here, which is my RV that I converted to my studio, I talked to my virtual assistant. I said, what things should I put in here? What things should I do to set up a studio? And it told me. It told me about the phones. It gave me the options of software. It gave me the options of microphones. It gave me the option of audio equipment. So all things are possible when you embrace these new technologies and don't run away from them. They will help you save time. They will help you save your brain cells. And they will help enlighten you and bring you to a modern civilization of an information age that you didn't have available to you at the time. So embrace it. And it's all about talking to a thing. You don't have to know how to code it, you just have to know how to talk to it. And talking is called the prompt. If you hear someone say you prompt it, all they're talking about is talking to it. So, and when do you know what I mean by that? Do you know what I mean by that, Jeff? Do you know what I mean by that, Greg? So I'm encourage you all. Stop running away from this stuff. You're never too old to learn something. Don't believe the things that you can never teach a dog, an old dog, new tricks. That's not true. And you know what? You're not a dog anyway. So you're a human being. You're never too old to learn. And I want you to begin, though, to know one thing. You don't have to have the roadblock of fear. You don't have to have the roadblock of procrastination because you can start today. 10 minutes. Join my 90-day challenge up at Wendi Charles Speaks. Okay? You can have confidence just by doing. The more you work on what you do, the more confidence you're going to gain with it. The more you work on what you do, the more clarity you'll have on how to do a thing. And the more you engage with my 90-day challenges, or the more you engage with my book, Be Splendid in a Day, the more clarity you're going to gain on how to do a thing. And the other thing is to get yourself away from environments that limit you, that look like you can't be and you shouldn't do. Set the boundaries. Keep the people away from you. Only be around people that applaud you. Only be around people that inspire you. Only be around people for the next 50 years or 30 years or 20 years that are going to be there and help you win in your life and feel good every day. And when you stumble and fall, they're not laughing at you. They're applauding you and they're encouraging you to get back up and start again. Take that scrape and put that castor oil on it and get the scab over it. Get up and start again because there's so much beauty in you. And if nobody told you that today, let me be the first one to encourage you to begin this 90-day challenge today. To begin 10 minutes a day of doing something that supports you, not the things you have to do, but the things you want to do, the things you've been putting off to do, the things that you say, oh, I don't have time this minute, but I'll do it tomorrow. You got time because you are in charge of you. And there's no one else that you control in this world and life but you. So get out of your way. Get out of your way and step into your purpose. Start with the 10-minute momentum every day. And don't allow others to limit your abilities. Don't allow others to put this word in your mouth. You know what that word is? Can I tell you a secret of the word that people use that I got rid of in the year 2026? And that is the word can't. Oh! I am so tired of people telling me what they can't do, what they can't be, where you can't go, what you can't have. Forget about it. There's only a can do attitude that you need to have in your life after 50. You can figure out a way to get it done. The truth is, I have your permission again to tell you the truth. The truth is, it's you that's stopping you. The truth is, it's you that's putting yourself in a situation of a can't do. Because once you make a determination and you make a decision to do it and you move on it, it's done and it becomes a can. And if you approach your life every day on what you can do and how you can find the way by joining the 90-day challenge to do it, you have done it and it becomes a can. And then in that 90 days, you'll look at yourself and you'll say, wow, Wendy told me I could do it. I don't know why I was a doubting Thomas that I could. But once I took the first step, once I gained the first step forward and began to work on it every day, and I compounded it with the momentum of starting, with the momentum of winning, with the momentum, and now I'm going. Oh, wow. I find that it's freeing and I'm moving now. Yes, yes, I've done that WD-40 in my life and gotten rid of the squeaky wheels and the rust, and I'm moving towards my purpose. And when I move towards my purpose, you move towards your peace. You move towards your peace. You feel it so inspiring. And then when others see what you're doing, they begin to applaud you. They begin to say, hey, Janetta. They begin to say, hey, Wendy. Hey, Greg. Hey, Patty. They begin to say, hey, yes, you know what I'm saying. Say yes in the chat if you understand where I'm coming from with it. Does this make sense? And then from there, you only embrace or allow people in your life and space that want to see you do a thing. Get away from these jealous, envious people that can't encourage you because it's not about you, it's about them. They can't start, so they want to get you stuck. They want to put you in the messy club. They want to put you in the gossip club. But it's your choice. Get out because it doesn't free you. Get out if they don't allow you or applaud you to do a purpose. Get out because they are not there for you. Leave them behind and find your group. Find your group. Find them like me. I found my group on Substack. I found my group on TikTok. I found my group on Instagram. I found people that are all about growing and going and aging together and surrounding ourselves with each other to encourage each other for the win every day, and not at the expense of stepping on people, disrespecting people, and taking and stealing and robbing and cheating. No, no, not those things. Not the things that will cause harm to your family. Because people think that the greed and all that stuff is just a surface thing, but it's not. You curse your family 7 years forward and 7 years behind by doing ugly, nasty, vengeful things to others. People don't realize that. Okay? But you know what? I think of the story about the Kennedy family. The Kennedy family looks like a really good, groovy family now. But they did things before and had all these nasty things happening. All of a sudden, these freaky things, people dying, falling off, passing out. Why? Because something happened with that lineage. Something happened. Because it doesn't have to happen just with you when you do ugly things to others. You could curse your entire generation, baby. So get out your way. Get back to giving and loving and caring and supporting. Get away from the greed, the ugliness, the disrespect of others. Get away from those people. Get back to give back. Get back to a community of love, of purpose, and innocence. When you came in as a child, think of so much innocence, and you just picked up the momentum of your environment. And if it was ugly, I sincerely apologize. I understand. I had some ugly stuff that happened in my life, but I had to forgive that. I had to forgive the people that caused me the challenges, that threw me into the quagmire of ugliness. Forgive myself, forgive them, and move on. And now I surround myself with only those people who embrace respect and love, happiness, and dignity of self and others. And I have said to myself, and I sincerely apologize for any transgressions that I had in my life and anyone felt towards anything that I did. And I've moved on. And I've written a book. And I've put that journey of purpose together. Yes, I have. And I hope others now get to their purpose as my coaches helped me. And I implore you to take the 90-day challenge, to start today on working your purpose and freeing yourself and getting away from the ugliness and the revengefulness and of others that are not supporting you. If they're not supporting you today, close that door. If they catch up to you later, you can reopen it. But close the door to anything that doesn't, and anyone that doesn't support who you are today. Start today with that. And start today with working on your purpose. Make the decision to join the 90-day challenge. Make the decision to buy my book to help get you through. That's what you need to give you guidelines. Because if you're struggling here today, you don't want to be here in 90 days. Make a decision to change your life by investing in you. Always invest in you, especially for the next 50 years, baby. 50 plus by AARP standards states that you are a senior. Embrace the fact that you're a senior and start working not on the things that you have to do, but work on the things that you want to do, the purposeful things. Take it, like I say, 10 minutes a day to work on that. And life will take care of itself. You'll find that the more you challenge yourself to move forward each day, the more health that you will feel in your bones, in your cells, because you're moving towards your purpose. I don't know how else to say it to you. Is that purposeful things ignite you? Purposeful things give you laughter and joy more than the things that you just got to be stuck and have to do. In fact, I was reading something of a young lady who was in a job that she absolutely hates right now. She's making the money that she absolutely loves, and she was really getting ready to step off of that and just go to doing something that she liked to do, but it really cost her financially. And my suggestion was work in the things that help you financially, but work on the things that is your purpose, and don't step off to something that's going to cause you financial havoc. but work on your purpose so it inspires you to keep going, and you can take the what I call the BS on this side that you don't like to, just knowing that you have your purpose that you're working on in front of you, and that side of moving the brain from the ugliness that you don't really want to do to now working towards your purpose kind of can give you the intermediate joy of getting there and being able to tolerate the situation that you're in. If that makes sense, you know, the situation that you're in until you can actually step off. That's what happened to me. I knew American Airlines, Sabre EDS, in my 25 years there, that they were going through laying offs. They were laying off every month. One, two, three, four, five, until they got into the major layoffs, about 2,500. That's what I experienced. But I felt it coming. And I hated feeling like I was being disrespected with the scares of the layoff, etc. You know, your mind goes through, oh my God, what's going to happen? Had to take my life mentally and say, we know it's going to come. So what you need to do is just work towards your purpose. If it comes, if it does, good. If it doesn't, you'll always feel like you're ready. You're ready to move on. You're prepared to move on because you're working towards moving on. And when that layoff came, guess what? I was ready because I was already moving towards working on a restaurant, which was the Wingstop, and going into that field and us owning that. And so all that I had to give and do towards working towards these other towards a purpose, I was able to have not have the fear or the regret or the anger that a lot of people had. Now, sure, I was unhappy with American because I lost my uh, benefits. You know, I lost flight benefits, I lost medical benefits, and you lost those things at midnight. And then, not only that, but the company decided that even though I was there 25 years, that they were reducing the severance package from 1 year to 4 months. So then I had to literally go into court with them. And I ended up winning the case, but we ended up paying the lawyers 30% of the severance. So I'm just trying to tell you that a lot of times when you're in this bad situation, look at the adversity of it, but let it spark you on to working towards something that you love to do and want to do so that you can combat that feeling of rejection or the feeling of disrespect or the feeling of ugliness because of things that are out of your control. Again, you can't control the corporation you work for. You can't control necessarily the government you have. Sure, you can have a vote, but it doesn't mean that your party's going to win. But it does mean that you can have a vote, but it tells you that you still have to get your mindset right for whatever the party is that settles out. Whether you like it or not, you still have to live within that environment. So get yourself ready for it. Get yourself ready to keep your peace regardless to what's out of your control. Because there's one thing you can control, and that is you. You can control how you think about it. You can control how you react to it. And that's what I'm telling everyone. If you got people around you that beat you up, that abuse you, that you're never good enough, that you can never do enough, get away from them. And then set the boundaries. Okay? So the way that you get away from them is set boundaries. Maybe you don't deal with them for 8 hours. Maybe you just deal with them for an hour. Maybe you don't go visiting on Christmas anymore. Maybe you visit just on one weekend a year. You know, I don't know. You know. But what I do know is that whatever you decide to do for you to keep your peace, to keep your health, which is your wealth, is right for you. And today, if you haven't started working on your purpose for today, you need to do that. You need to do it every day so you can find your peace. Because when you're working on what you want to do, I cannot begin to tell you how wonderful you feel inside, how your regrets are no longer there, that you thought you had, that you could have, should have had, and you would have, would have been who you are. Does that make sense, guys? If it does for you today, great. And I'm asking you to join me at WendyCharlesSpeaks.com. Join me at Substack with Wendi Charles Speaks. Join me on Instagram. Join me at School Grow with Wendi. Do something in your life to get yourself ready for your second act because you have all that you need in you. So today, as you know, I end every day with the encouragement for today. And we're going to put our things back on today. We're going to start back today. Let me get my glasses back here. So here's our encouraging words for today. So this is the encouragement that I use, and I'm using it for Naisaki Keita, and that is, life is best lived by being bold and daring. People tend to grow fearful when they taste failure, face a daunting challenge, or fall ill. Yet that is precisely the time to become even broader. Those who are victors at heart, and are the greatest of all champions. Let me read that again. As you see, we're getting this our music back on to kind of phase ourselves on out of here. Are we back, Mr. Charles? So I'm going to read it one more time. Life is best lived by being bold and daring. People tend to grow fearful when they taste failure, face a daunting challenge, or fall ill. Yet that is precisely the time to become even bolder. Those who are victors at heart are the greatest of all champions. And I know that each and every one of you are champions, and that's why you're here. Let me pull you through. Join me in the 90-day challenge. Yes, because you have all you need inside of you. Start today. Yes, yes, yes. Hug yourself, love yourself. Be splendid in your day. Be splendid in your life. Be splendid always. Yes, and go up to WendyCharlesSpeaks.com. Get some of my music. Get some of my goodies. If you haven't been up there, rewrite your story for your own glory. Yes, you were made for your own glory. I see you. I see you. If nobody said it, I see you. You got all you need in you. Get rid of those 5 roadblocks. And the 6th one today is to know that you are never too old, baby. Yes, you are. Thank you. I appreciate you. Clap for being here, for taking the time out of your life. Yes, for you. Always bet on you. So we've got a few things here that we're closing out. Absolutely. Yes. Have a splendid day, baby.
You wake up with that buzzing mind, scroll right past your own reflection.
That's cool. Look at that.
Chasing every borrowed shine. Skip the quiet, skip the questions.
Every scar, every stumble is a map back to your sin. Take that breath, let it rumble. Open up, become a learner. Polish your inner mirror, let your own colors get clearer. Life is a process, not a race. Step by step, you find your place. Polish your inner mirror, see the gold inside the error. Every moment that you face turns a journey into grace. You've been great in every chapter, like the cover is a story. Counting checks instead of laughter, trading presence out for glory. But your doubt is just a doorway, and your fear is always light. Turn your gaze a little inward, watch the dim room getting brighter. Polish your inner mirror, let your own colors get clearer. Life is a process, not a race. Step by step, you find your place. Polish your inner mirror, see the gold inside the error. Every moment that you face turns a journey into grace. Age is just a gentle marker on the wall, not who you are. You every quiet choice, not the number, not the scar. Lean into the tiny change, trust the time it's gonna take. You're allowed to be unfinished. You're allowed to bend and break. Polish your and mirror, let your own colors get clearer. Life is a process, not a race. Step by step, you find your place. Polish your inner mirror, see the gold inside the error. Every moment that you face turns the journey into grace. Polish your inner mirror. Polish your inner mirror. You're staring at your own reflection, counting every little flaw. Who told you you were less than? Why'd you start to take that on? Every scar is quiet evidence you've been walking through the storm. You're allowed to keep on changing. You're allowed to be reborn. Polish your inner mirror. Let the truth come. Actually went over. I had 3 more people call begging or message begging because they couldn't get it to go through. So I let them in. Jamie, Cheryl. Now we only need 10. My Cheryl M, my Jamie, Ali, Britt. So I might leave it. I know. I want 100 in there. I make music. I'm a signed musician. Let's go. What's up, my girl? Wendi Unstoppable. My Sabrina. Yes. Yes. So Rav, order a tapper. They're like $10 on the Zon, or you can order it out of a bunch of live post showcase. Yes, it literally taps the live for you. Hannah, Damien, what's up, my friend? Mama Ball, Sabrina. A lot of people just come in here and listen to my motivation, listen to me when I'm coaching and teaching, so they just put their tapper on. They don't comment. They just listen. Yeah. My Blondie says I have one. Yes. Damien, what's up? Cheryl Girl, thank you for my populars. Hannah. Jamie, thank you for that amazing. That's me tapping Miss K. I freaking love it. I love it. Cheryl was wondering. Yes, I need everybody doing all the things. Everybody doing all the things. What you mean we are not worthy? What you talk about, Hannah girl? Girl. Yes, my Shelby girl. Match man. Is that Wonderella?
wrong. Somebody, I see you, midlife, make it cute. My Judy, how are you, my friend? Yes, can we get this? If we can get this number to 10,000 and this number to 1,000, we'll be off to the races. We'll start getting a push. And yes, I'm drinking green juice. Damien, that's amazing. TikTok shop videos are hard. 30 views is not a flop. Keep going. Keep building. Matchmake. What's up? My Wendi girl. What's up, my friend? Were your ears burning yesterday? I was talking about cosmetologists in here. Diana Stevens, my Hannah. My Shelby girl. Yes, I got an amazing mod spot. Jenny, howdy, partner. Yes, Kelly's filling in for Delette today, so y'all love on Kelly big. I'm Ashley and Arby's, my daughter's dog. I love it. I love it. Shelby, my mama ball. She says I lock in for 90 days every day, folks. I lock in for 90 days every day. We're looking for 10,000 taps and 1,000 shares, y'all. Can we get there fast? Can we get there fast? Y'all see? It taps for you. Yeah. My blondie's unstoppable. What's up, my Shelby? My ears always burn when I see your visit. Thank you. Match man, I'm talking right to you. Yep. Match man, I'm talking right to you. I made all those videos right to you. Y'all sitting at number 1 in the room is my Hannah girl. Number 2 is Jamie. So you can tap on your own live while you're live. No. I have my coaching account. I have my coaching. Damien made the bread knife. Wait, where's Damien? Damien, I have heard so freaking much about you. Damien, that knife was insane. Ashley, my Ellie and Rocky, let's go. Blondie. Hannah girl, thank you, my friend. Jenny, I'm so freaking proud. Yes, Damien, you are a rock star. That thing is amazing. She also showed me the cup and stuff you made. That's wild. I know those shiny air balloons, they're amazing. Hannah girl, thank you so much. Sparklerosaurus Creations. Sort of like Tyrannosaurus Rex, but it's Sparklerosaurus. I probably said that all wrong, but it doesn't matter, right? You don't have to be perfect on social media. You just need to be real. Yeah. All right, y'all. Let's think about something. Okay, it's Friday. Let's set some amazing goals for the weekend. A lot of people lock in and clock in on the weekend. They're going to work hard. I want you to batch record. I want you to make a schedule. I want you to have some scripts. Y'all, stop working so hard. Hey, it's Ash. Jamie said, Hannah, I got to be number 1, but you could be number 2. I'm an imperfect real person. Me too. And the more you can let your personality shine, okay? The more you can stand out in the crowd. The more you can go crazy. The more you let people in on the real you, the more and the faster you're going to get there. Do you have a favorite teleprompter app? I have 2. If I'm on my MacBook recording for my courses, I use Big View. It's great. Alicia girl, what's up, my friend? If I'm on my phone, I have the app Teleprompter. It's literally an orange and black app. It's literally just a square, and it's like the top is black and the bottom's orange, and it just says Teleprompter. I did no research on either one of those. They just both work with a MacBook and work with an iPhone. My husband's the researcher in the family, not me. If I want something, I just move on down the road. Whatever looks pretty, whatever's the shiniest, whatever catches my attention is what gets bought. So I did no research. So if one of y'all are my ultimate researchers and you find one that's better, share it with me. Yeah. My Beth. Yes, Damien is a rock star. Yes. Y'all, Damien is one of Jamie's biggest supporters, and Jamie has a sourdough account. Y'all, he sent her a custom engraved bread knife. I was like, what the heck? Pat, the blonde, grateful. She immediately sent me a picture and said, look what I got. Wanting to brag, Damien. Gloria, just grateful to be Beth. But it's always amazing when you have supporters that show up for you no matter what. Yo, every time you come in here and say hey to me, Every time you do a daily heart meet, every time you tap, every time you drop those crazy sub stickers that says, I've watched you for 500 minutes, I've watched you for 200 minutes, I've done this, I've done that. Or the best things is when you come back to see me and you tell me how many goals you have crushed. And I love it when you simply say, you made me post that content, or you made me go live. It was amazing. Yeah. The bread cutter. I know, Cheryl. I know. I'm jealous. Self-made. My gals. What's up, my friend? Blow up, bougie. Ashley. Don't start up no backup account. You do not need a backup account. Y'all. I know, Damien. Thank you for loving her big. My Cheryl girl, she said, we're going to be a trash can panda dumpster fire today. Yes. It took me hurting my own feelings to realize I was not going deep enough for my content. There you go, Hannah. Sometimes you got to learn the hard way. And that's okay. Alicia, start over with week 1 in my course, girl. Start over with week 1. Jamie. But I will also tell you, yes, I have crushed my goals. I wanted silver for June. Well, I'm already more than halfway. Britt, let's go. See, Britt, this is why I tell people all the time, when you set a goal, put times 10, because KDG said so. Because the goal that you're going to set for yourself, she just wanted silver. She's like, y'all, I want silver. Y'all, she will easily probably crush gold. If she is just 5 days or 6 days into the month, what are we at, 5 days into the month, and you're already halfway to silver. So if you do the same thing for the next 5 days, that's going to put you at silver. That's 10 days into the month. You still got 20 more days to hit gold. Go! Tara, Clips, Mega, Megs, and also tell your community, y'all, these are my goals. This is my wish list. I released in the 12-week course last night was a vision board, because I always have all kind of things written down. I have lots of notes. I was like, you know what? I'm going to make it cute, because when I make things cute, KDG just likes over the top. So in my 12-week course, I added to week 1 for them to make their own vision boards. I posted my vision board in there, and then I gave them a template so they could do their own vision board. I encourage you to do that. Because this time last year, the only thing that would have been on my vision board was saving my family's ass. Okay? My vision board this time is $1 million in sales. 1 year later, $1 million in sales. Over 1,000 people helping. Continuing to speak coast to coast, but I want to really focus on women's groups, Christian faith-based centers, Jordan, Cheyenne, and I want my 2 other books published. Yes, all of that is on there. And since 2023, my son has been my wallpaper on my phone. My son is no longer my wallpaper. My vision board is now my wallpaper. Yes. I encourage you to do the same thing too. What she said, I have to start the course over. I need to get my go, Jess. Who did that? My Jenny girl. Thank you for the hats and mustaches, my friend. Clips. My Hannah's Heritage. Craft your own dream. Yes, I freaking love that for the 90-day challenge this month, because you're really in charge of your destiny. How big, how wide, how amazing do you want to go? What do you want to do? Where do you want to go? Where do you want to dream big? And then I want you to put times 10, because you're not going to dream big enough. If you will focus and lock in on my content, on my lives, you're going to go places. If you join my 12-week course, there is no limit on where you're going to go, because I'm going to give you every single tool so you can continue to grow and grow and grow. You're not just trapped down with just one course, with just me. It is literally my entire journey. How I went from foreclosure and repossessions to now running a business that has 14 streams of income. I'm literally no different than you. I have no degree. I have no college degree. Okay, I didn't do marketing and all that. I had no success on previous platforms. In fact, I'm now trying to build those platforms, because I've won over here. Now I'm going to win over there. My book lady, what's up, my friend Naomi, Alicia, Wanderly, Cheryl. Oh, Cheryl girl's got us whale watching in the prairie. Cheryl has got us whale watching on the prairie. Y'all, you crazy. A Cheryl girl sitting at 10K. hit it yesterday. I'm so proud of you. Bree, my Jordan, starting to get better at bolt recording. Jenny! Yes. Cheryl, how many views do you have on your content? How many views, how far are you away from creator rewards? How far are you away from creator rewards? My Cheryl, Jay-Z said I'm back. Casey Jones, what's up, my friend? How many are you away? I might push you to do 2 7-second videos a day. Life with, I see you, my friend. My Brie Marie. Casey Jones, happy Friday. Somebody's asking, what is bulk recording or batch recording? It is when you sit down or you stand up or you take a significant amount of time and record multiple videos at one time. Every Thursday, I record 21 videos. That's 3 videos for every single day. Okay? And then the other 1 to 2 videos that get posted from my account every day either come from my live, or there's something going on, another video is going viral, and I do a recreation. It allows me 2 spots to put something in to keep leveling me up. Sometimes I do a 7-second trending sound. It just depends. It depends. The growth is growing this week. Yes, girl. Girl, I do not change clothes. I am not hanging all that shit up. Nope. I will record all 21 videos in this tan shirt. I do not care. I don't even move seats. Angela, David, thank you, my friend. Yeah, I don't even move. Brandon, what's up, my friend? So you don't need to be thinking about it, Lauren. Lauren, ChatGPT or AI should be writing everything for you. Yes, it should be writing everything for you. Y'all, look at my hair is thinning. What the hell? I need to get me some of that spray. Squirrel. There was something I was going to show you. Oh, I was going to go show y'all my account. Because you know I don't gatekeep. So if I'm at my account, my body, look at my Kathy Bree. What's up? Yes. So here's my account. If you look right here, when it loads, Faith Smith, what's up, my girl? Thank you so much for those finger hearts. Y'all, we're tapping, we're commenting, we're sharing. If you haven't loaded the heart bar 2 times, can you double tap that screen like your job and my life depends on it? Because it really does. Y'all see right here, there's 27 videos. If you go look at my drafts, like when I tell y'all I don't even move, they're all together. Look at all these. These are what's left from my beach trip. But like you'll start to see, it's the same video. And now that I've shown you this, you'll really start, like these 9 videos are all the same. But none of y'all pay attention to that. Okay, because it doesn't matter. There's too much time in between. And even if you look, I mean, like, here's an example that's easy to pick up on, is the black hat. Is literally, I was at the beach. I stood on the boardwalk at the beach and I recorded 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Y'all didn't even notice that. 6, and then there's few in the drafts. I think there was 8 or 10 videos. I literally just stood there with my teleprompter and my scripts, and I read and I read and I read and I read and I read. ChatGPT writes all my scripts for me. Okay. I teach this in my 12-week course. It is part of the one big strategy that I have is you can't remember everything. We're not in high school where we're learning to memorize, the Constitution or whatever they had us memorize for no damn reason. Okay? For no damn reason. Naomi, it does not matter what time you post. What matters is that you post consistently. So if you normally post 3 times a day, post 3 times a day. If you normally post 10 times a day, post 10 times a day. What I cannot have you do is skip some days, post 5, then 3, then skip 2, then do 1, then do 6, do 8, do 10, do all over the place like that. You cannot do that. Okay, you cannot do that. My Brie Marie. Miss Carolyn, where do you, I post on TikTok every day. I post 4 to 5 videos every single day. Rustic, what's up, my friend? Thank you for coming to see me, girl. Yes, we're going to lock you in. We're going to lock you in. Y'all, I have 2 questions. I have 2 things. So yesterday was insane. 17 people joined my course yesterday. I know, I about fell out on the floor. 17 people joined my course yesterday. We crushed my 3-month goal for my course. But because we crushed it and surpassed it, now if I get 10 people to join me today, we will hit 100. We will hit 100 enrollments in 6 weeks. That's crazy. That's crazy. 100 enrollments in 6 weeks. If you want to join my course and you do it today, I am going to leave the screenshot button up there. If you do that, you get $400 off the course. That's because I am now only 10 away. I told everybody yesterday it was going away, but who the hell knew we would way surpass what I had to have. So now we're so close to another one, so I'm just going to lock in on it, y'all. I'm going to lock in on it. Depending on what options you choose is what the course costs. So I will tell you how to get to the course, okay? And then you can decide what you want to do. If you click the link in my bio, right here, whoop, my emails are going crazy, y'all. All right, so if you click the link in my bio right here, okay, when you load this, if you scroll down, it's option number 2 right here. If you click the Creator University, this tells you all about it. I will explain it in detail, though, for you. When you call my name, it's like a little...
What happened?
down on me. I wanna take you there in the midnight hour. Remember, only God could judge you. We just a hater, and somebody loves you. Remember, only God could judge you. We just a
How did you get this? I'm finna whoop you. How did you get this?
remind you of something today. You're allowed to change. And baby, I don't mean just change those habits. I mean, you can change your mind. You can change your goals, your priorities, your boundaries, your dreams. I think a lot of people stay stuck because they're trying to be loyal to a version of themselves that they've outgrown. That version that's tolerated things that they shouldn't have ever.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
She's the different one. She's kind, she's compassionate, she's funny, and she's loyal. She doesn't fit into the boxes society tries to put her in. She's the different one. She's kind, she's compassionate, she's funny, and she's loyal. She doesn't fit into the boxes society tries to put her in. She's the different one. She's kind, she's compassionate, she's funny, and she's loyal. She doesn't fit into the boxes society tries to put her in. She's the different one. She's kind, she's compassionate.
Just look at her. She's different. Beauty, brains, and a beautiful heart. Her mind is prettier than her face, and just look at her. Just
You need to go back to the person that taught you this. You need to go back to the person that taught you this, and you need to dig deep into whatever class or course or whatever that you were taking, because they may know something different about your account and what's going on in depth more than me. But just seeing you on the outside, if you're a live host and you have a shoppable account, you're going to be posting 7 to 10 shoppable videos a day. I do 2 hours at night. No, I teach how to monetize and how to do. When you call my don't freak out until you know the facts. Relax. Don't be stupid. You know don't freak out until you know the facts. Relax. Don't be stupid. You know don't freak out until you know the facts. Relax. Don't be stupid. You know if you're messaging me, newsflash, you're not messaging me. Stop. Now listen. There are fake accounts pretending to me, and some of them are getting really big, like almost passing my real big account. So let me make this very clear. I do not message people. I am not in your DMs. I do not have time. I love y'all, mean it. I love to help you and I love to support you, but I'm not in your DMs. I'm not asking you to move to other platforms. I'm not asking you for money. Okay, so someone messages you claiming to be me and says, let's talk on WhatsApp. Join me on Microsoft Teams. Send me Bitcoin, Cash App, Apple gift card, carrier pigeon. I don't know. All of that is scams, y'all. Every single time. Every single time. Now listen closely because this part matters. If an account is using my name, my content, my likeness, and copying my bio to message people, that is impersonation. That is fraud, and it is illegal. These accounts are violating identity theft laws, fraud statutes, and platform impersonation policies. So if you're running one of these accounts, you're not being clever. You are creating a digital paper trail, and my legal team is on it. It doesn't matter where you live, because I'm sure none of you are in the United States. It doesn't matter, because we're fixing to band together. All of us creators are get together, and it doesn't matter where you are. They're coming to get you, and it can be traced. Now, for everyone watching, here's what I need you to do immediately. Stop messaging them. Stop replying. Stop following them. Instead, what I want you to do is I want you to report the message as soon as it comes in as fraud and scams. Okay? Report the message. Warn other people. And when they message you, I'm telling you, you have to report that message. every single time. If enough people flag all of these messages, it's going to force action. And TikTok, let's talk. You need to do better. When thousands of creators are reporting impersonations, there should be a clear system to verify the real account. You need a little bit of tough love, so I'm going to give it to you straight right here. If you're sitting around waiting on TikTok shop samples, that's why you're stuck. Nobody is coming to build this for you. You have to build it first. So, let me fix this for you really, really quick. Number one, go scan your house. Yeah, I said it. Your house. Go to your TikTok shop, to the little camera button, and start scanning products that you already use. I promise you, some of that stuff is already on TikTok shop, which means you could post today. No approval, no waiting. And guess what? You already like it, so you're going to be able to sell it better. Number two, buy your own products. There is stuff that you use every day. Go search TikTok. If it's not on TikTok, is there a replacement that you could buy on TikTok? I'm not asking you to go get 25,000 SKUs in inventory, not even 20, maybe 4 or 5 random, various priced items. Okay? When you buy, you care. TikTok knows everything. Yeah. And when you care, your content hits different. Plus, TikTok sees you as a real buyer. You're part of the ecosystem now, and that matters. So I buy everything from there. My lip gloss, my lip liner, my eyelash serum, my mascara, my makeup, my skincare, my shampoo. Everything comes from there now. My self-tanner, everything. I don't buy from any other site. I just ship it from TikTok shop. It matters, y'all. And number 3, fix your following. Let's be real for a second. Who are you actually following? Who is bogging down your feed where you're comparing yourself to Susie, Sally, Jim, and Bob when you have no business doing that because they're in a totally different place than you? Are you following other strong TikTok shop creators so you know what's working and what's not? Are you following people in your niche? Are you following the brands and working and engaging on the content of the brands that you really want to work with? Or is it just a bunch of random bot accounts that followed you and you decided to follow them back? Yeah, that part. Because if you're following 2, 3, 4, 5,000 people and it's random accounts, that's not influence, y'all. That kills your credibility before you even open your mouth. Clean it up. Be intentional with your followers. Follow the brands that you like. Okay? Because it matters. The people that are winning on this app should be who is all in your feed. Okay? And number 4, you haven't proven anything yet. I'm not being rude. I'm being really real. You're asking brands to invest in you before you have shown results. Flip that. Start posting. Start selling. Start showing proof. Make them come to you. Now, the last one. It's a good one, y'all. Make the brands know you are ready. You are locked in. Go request that sample you want and then go after it. Go into the DMs of that brand. This is when you're the only salesperson on TikTok. Introduce yourself. Tell them what you're going to create. Tell them why you love that product, what solution it's provided for your family. Even drop them a few sample videos. Nobody is just picking you. If they don't know you exist, do you know how many people actually request samples from those brands? Stand out. Be big and bold. Be in their face. Okay? Now, we got to fix this account. When I go to your page, what does it look like? When I click on your account, you should look like a luxury storefront. You know, when you walk into a high-end store, everything is clean, spaced out, very intentional. Every product looks like it belongs in that spot. That's the standard, not cluttered videos, all different types of videos, random products thrown together, giving off clearance bin energy. Y'all know what I'm talking about because y'all been in those stores too. Because right now, some of y'all look like aisles packed with boxes and the quality of carnival toys. You know the stores. That's not the brand you're building. You're building clean, intentional, premium energy. I'd buy that from that person and not think twice. Because people don't just buy products, they buy the experience that you create around it. Here's the truth nobody wants to say. The problem isn't sampling. The problem is you're waiting. And waiting doesn't pay. So start messy. Start scrappy. Just freaking start. And if you like this, go ahead and connect up and down here so it pushes the video out. But most importantly, you continue to see my stuff because I'm all up in your face, giving you the swift kick in the butt and not blowing glitter up it. Let's go. Post the content. The easiest way to get paid on TikTok right now, and nobody is freaking talking about it. You don't need TikTok Shop. You don't need brand deals. You don't need the creator fund. You need one thing. It's the Go Live Incentive Program. And here's how this actually works. Pay attention. When somebody sees your video on their For You page, so when you're doom scrolling at the top, make sure you're on For You page so everybody gets paid when you watch their stuff. Because if you're on anything else, it's not quality views that count towards that live incentive program. Okay, now, when you're watching videos and you see this little thing down here that says Go Live button, okay, what I want you to do is just click it. It's going to pull up the live, but you're not going live. Just exit out. It helps everybody in that program.
Hey, this is Wendy from Wendi Charles Speaks, and I just want you to know that this is a fabulous day of June. I hope you woke up this morning with gratitude just for breathing, and I hope you've made the determination to join my 90-day challenge. Go up to Wendi Charles Speaks and join me on Substack, or grow with Wendi Charles on School. And let's begin today in making your life be your dreams. No limitations, no hesitations, no more procrastinations. Get out of your way of fears and regrets. Let's gain some confidence, gain some clarity by doing. So, have a splendid weekend, splendid life. Be splendid always. And know you are a person that's struggling with where you're moving to, not knowing where you want to go and what you want to do. Well, you're right here in the right community with Wendi at Wendi Charles Speaks. Go up and look at my book, Be Splendid in Your Day, and just make a decision, a determination that you are going to work on you. Start with 10 minutes a day. So today will be 10 minutes. Tomorrow will be 10 minutes. The next day will be 10 minutes. Now we're at 30 minutes. And you see, you compound, you gain. Remember the rule 72 of the compounding of interest. Remember the compounding of what you do. So, I appreciate you. Thank you for joining me. If you were on this morning, I come up on Tuesdays and Fridays at 8 a.m. CST time on TikTok and Substack. So I want all of you to be splendid in your day, be splendid always, and know there's always a sun above the cloud. Thank you.
The easiest way to get paid on TikTok right now, and nobody is freaking talking about it. You don't need TikTok Shop. You don't need brand deals. You don't need the Creator Fund. You need one thing. It's the Go Live Incentive Program. And here's how this actually works. Pay attention. When somebody sees your video on their For You page, so when you're doom scrolling at the top, make sure you're on For You page so everybody gets paid when you watch their stuff. Because if you're on anything else, it's not quality views that count towards that live incentive program. Okay, now, when you're watching videos and you see this little thing down here that says Go Live button, okay, what I want you to do is just click it. It's going to pull up the live, but you're not going live. Just exit out. It helps everybody in that program because you get paid per 1,000 clicks. Yes, not views, not followers, only the people that actually click that button. So here's what you're going to do. Step one, when you see that button on my video, click it. It's going to open live. Relax. Just X. Now, keep watching. Okay? That action right there, that's what triggers the system. Step two, go to your own video and make sure that button is turned on. If it's not turned on, go to the Live Studio tab, under Post, and then you'll see Live Incentive. Apply or make sure it's turned on. Then step three, train the algorithm. Comment something like, I clicked yours. Go Live Incentive. Help me set mine up. Why? Because TikTok needs to know you're not a ghost account. You're actually an active user. So do that over here now. It watches what you watch. It pays attention and also what you comment.
Tick tock, tick tock.
The easiest way to get paid